It is Tuesday, October the 15th. I'm Clint Lambert, and we're going to be talking with Donna Epps and Yolanda Edwards here in the studio this morning, and we're so glad to have both of them with us today. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, and good morning to you as well.
Well, thank you. Yolanda, I understand that you have been with us 3 years.
Yes.
And that you're now doing a lot of stuff with many different avenues. And one of them's coming up. It's going to be an expo in October, in the end of October, right?
Yes, October 30th.
Okay.
Be the Home Care Expo.
All right.
It's going to showcase all of the ancillary services we have here on campus. We will also have tables that will showcase Garden Ridge and all the services that we offer. Okay. We're finding that residents aren't aware of all the services that we have available. So we'll definitely be showcasing our services at that expo on October 30th.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Because we really aren't aware. I mean,
yes.
It's amazing. Those of us that live in independent living, really, we know Garden Ridge is over there. We know there's things that happen, but we really are not aware of the services and that we can participate in a lot of them.
Yes. There are going to be family members, vendors from home support, memory care, skilled nursing, assisted living, all of the services on campus. So
wonderful.
I encourage everyone to come out.
Good. And you've got another project going on too, don't you?
Construction.
Construction, right?
Yes.
But nothing's happening with that, right?
Oh, yes. You can see. It's happening.
Yes, and actually, Clint, I'd like to just kind of backtrack a little bit because Yolanda is also in a new role. Yolanda has been here for almost 3 years, but she was the business office manager in Garden Ridge and part of the finance team.
Yes.
So when the healthcare counselor position came open, which is the person who oversees all of our admissions activities, I talked with Yolanda because I recognized that she had some talent and background and a desire to move into another position. So she agreed, and she was promoted to the healthcare counselor in Garden Ridge, where she supervises the team that works on residents transitioning to Garden Ridge in one of the 3 levels of care that she just talked about.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And so as a counselor, what are you actually doing?
We're actually forecasting and projecting the needs of the residents. Okay. This is a CCRC, so you can age in place, or we have services if you need a higher level of care. Okay. So we're selling care. Right. And when it's needed. We have respite services if you're a caregiver and you feel the need that you need a break or you're going on vacation. So we just have a lot of services that we want to let everyone know about. So it's just managing the needs of the residents. Okay,
all right. And with the construction going on at Garden Ridge, what's left over there to be done?
We're just giving a facelift to some of the already existing buildings. So we are going through that. We are taking some of the rooms and making them larger. Right. I guess due to feedback and just growing with the times, we realized we need to take some of our smaller rooms and make them larger.
Is that the fact of combining 2 units into 1 unit?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Are any of the other rooms going to be larger? Are the meeting rooms going to be larger, or the dining room going to be larger?
I think that's in the plan as well.
Right. Okay. So the dining room venues have already been done. Okay. And then there are some rooms, as you already indicated, that we're taking 3 rooms and making them into 2 rooms on certain floors to give private bathrooms in those rooms. Right. Other rooms are getting a significant facelift where they will get new fixtures, new carpet, new toilets, new flooring and paint, and the layout of those rooms won't change. Okay. And then we're also doing something to our common areas as well. If people drive by Garden Ridge now, they will see construction in front of the building, and that's because we're putting in a new elevator that will go up to the 2nd floor that would allow easier access to the outpatient rehab gym, as well as give staff members easier access to employee health and wellness, which are both located on the 2nd floor. Right now, the administrative offices have been displaced. We've all moved to one side of the building, or we have some office space on one of the resident floors, because when that's all done, we'll have the admissions department, the business office manager, and the administration offices all to the right as you go into Garden Ridge.
Okay.
And we're also moving the salon down from the second floor to the first floor. So we have lots of changes coming.
Yes.
Yes.
With the elevator, will you have to go into the Garden Ridge in order to use it, or can you use it from the outside as well?
There'll be a separate elevator lobby, if you will.
All right, very good. And that will make greater access and ability for everybody to get to physical therapy, right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Right, because as you know, we have an outpatient physical therapy gym as well as our inpatient gym for the residents that live in Garden Ridge.
Right. Very good, very good. With the construction that's happening, changing personnel over there, are you using more personnel, less personnel, same?
Well, we're staffed according to the resident population that we have. And so we've not had to add any staff because we had to move some residents around. But staffing is more than adequate. And as a matter of fact, I'll use this time to thank the staff and congratulate the team, because we just had our skilled nursing annual regulatory survey, and we got half of the citations we got last year. We
wonderful.
Ended that survey with only 5 citations this year.
Very good. Yes. So it's improvement.
Yes.
Very good. That is really nice to hear. But overall, Garden Ridge has still been getting 5 stars, right?
Correct.
Yes.
With the Medicare, I'm not using the right word here, the assessment that, was it Medicare does an assessment every year, or?
Well, that's our annual regulatory survey that's done by the state, which also represents the federal guidelines under the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS.
CMS. All right, very good.
Yes.
But Yolanda, it sounds like you're doing a lot of things with construction, with programs, and the expo, right?
Correct. Nothing new. Just spotlighting, just getting our name out there a little bit more. Garden Ridge has a lot to offer. Programming is fantastic over there. They go on trips. So just kind of putting our name out there, because I think we have been underserved or just have not had our name out there. So that's my initiative.
So are we encouraging people from the outside to come in, or are you just talking about the fact of people who are in independent living beginning to utilize Garden Ridge?
We're talking about people in the community for right now. In the community, taking care of our own right now.
All right. If someone does come in from the outside and directly into Garden Ridge, is it easier for them to move into independent living?
Well, if they come into Garden Ridge, that they would be assessed, and they probably need that level of care. They probably would not be appropriate for independent living. So we're assessing them for the appropriate level of care at Garden Ridge.
Okay, all right, very good. With the population that you have, what is your predominant reason for someone being in Garden Ridge?
People find that when they're living independently, that they need a little more care with medication assistance or activities of daily living. They just find that they cannot do it by themselves. It could be that the spouse was a caregiver and they have transitioned. It's a lot of different reasons, but we just want to let people know we're here for them. That you don't have to struggle alone. Garden Ridge is here to help at a higher level of care.
Someone told me the other day that it's more economical to go and live in Garden Ridge than it is to have an outside aide take care of you here in independent living. Is that the case?
That could be true. I find that to be the truth. That is definitely what we talk about when people come. We look at your living situation. Everything is not for everyone, so we do try to sit down and talk about your care needs. We're selling the care. So we talk about what you need as an individual, and we do find that moving to Garden Ridge is more economical than having the outside aides.
Okay, wonderful.
And then also, I think Yolanda is really saying the right thing when she says we are providing care, because oftentimes residents find themselves in their apartment with a private duty aid, but in Garden Ridge you have access to all of the services from the physicians and nurse practitioners who work in the medical center and also work in Garden Ridge. You have the nursing services, the care associate services, you have the programming services, and you have somebody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And we also promote our residents in Garden Ridge living at their highest level of functioning that they can. So we have a whole team of people that work to provide that, and that's a lot different than having a single caregiver in your apartment.
Very good. So when we need you, you're there.
Exactly.
Well, we thank both of you for coming and sharing that information with us, and we look forward to going to the expo October 30th.
October 30th. We'll
All
see you
right.
there.
Very good.